Yeah. Well, welcome in everyone. Hello, I am Ayla Donlin. Welcome to Strength Intervals. So glad to have you here. Let's go over what equipment you will need, and then we'll get into a little bit of the layout of the workout today. In terms of equipment, I would highly recommend a mat or some form of soft surface for your hands and your knees. I'd recommend at least one set of dumbbells because we're going to be doing lower body, upper body, and core exercise. So maybe you want a medium to heavy set for lower body and then a light to medium set for upper body in terms of dumbbells. All exercises that we're going to be doing are for 1 minute each. So keep that in mind as you're deciding how much weight you're going to use. I would, if you want to play around with a kettlebell today, then that would be another piece of equipment that you could use. I'm using what I consider a medium heavyweight kettlebell, and I'm going to be using that for a couple of our lower body movements. Okay, and then of course, always, I recommend having some water nearby because we'll take little water breaks throughout the workout. Here's what's coming at you, my friends. 1 minute of a lower body exercise, 1 minute of an upper body exercise, 1 minute of a core exercise, and then a cardio interval where we get our heart rate up. You know, depending on how hard we're working, we can actually get our heart rate up pretty high in 1 minute, and then we'll repeat. So, well, we switched to 3 new exercises, but repeat that sequence. 1 lower body, 1 upper body, 1 core, and then a cardio interval. Today, we have 3 exercises, cardio interval, 3 exercises, cardio interval, then we finish with 3 exercises. So we only have 2 different cardio intervals. We're going to go through each of them twice. So we'll be doing 2 minutes worth of each cardio interval. That's a lot of information, but I like to give you a heads up on what's coming so that you can prepare. I'm going to walk you through it every step of the way. Just a couple movements that I want to preview. Sumo squat to burpee, and this is the one that I'm going to be using a kettlebell for. So we have our feet out a little wider than shoulder width apart. We take our sumo squat and then we pop back into a partial burpee. Let me give you a few options with that. You can do that without weight, so sumo squat, and then you can walk back. Right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg, stand tall, and then you would just repeat that on the other side. So when you come down next time, go back left, go back right, come in left, come in right. Those are options. If you are feeling particularly strong today, here's a next level up for you. You do your sumo squat, then you come down into your partial burpee and add a hop at the top. If you're feeling good, go for it, add it in. What else might we want to preview? I think everything else we've really done together. We're going to do a variation of a low lunge exercise, and I want to show you what that looks like. So we're going to step back into a lower lunge, but we're not going to come down super far. So our back leg, just a soft bend in our knee, then we're going to step in and kick back. So we go low lunge, step in, kick back. Low lunge, step in, kick back. If you want to challenge yourself, then balance the whole time. Low lunge, hover, kick back. Low lunge, hover, kick back. And repeat, so on. I think we're ready for the warm-up, yes? Looks like our stream is streaming. We've got all of our equipment. We know what's coming. Let's start with some body weight squats in the warm-up all together, friends. I'll keep time for us, so you don't need to think about that at all. Feet are hip to shoulder width apart, coming down in our body weight squat just as far as you feel comfortable. Let me confirm that I got full microphone action going. I do, we do, we're going. Yes. Check in with your body throughout the warm-up and notice how your body is feeling today. And then you can make decisions on how much weight you're going to use, how fast you're going to go, what range of motion you're going to take. based on how your body is feeling today. At the top, really squeezing glutes together on our body weight squat. Let's get ready to change things up into a lunge. Options. You can take a forward stepping lunge in whatever range of motion you feel ready for, or a back stepping lunge. Whether you're stepping backward or forward, your feet should be hip width apart. Move at whatever pace and whatever range of motion feel right for you in a warm-up. It is lovely out here in Southern California this morning while I'm recording this, or if you're joining me live. And it is already getting nice and warm. So I'm feeling like I am good and warmed up already. Let's keep the warm-up going. Side lunge, lunging over to the right and to the left. Practice driving through your heels up to the top. Drive into the center. Lifting our chest, keeping our back long and tall. Just a little bit more on the side lunge, then we'll mix things up again. Let's grab our dumbbells for a little bit of an upper body warm-up. Soft bend in our knees, roll shoulders back and down. Take a few bicep curls. Just your standard bicep curl. Practice bracing through your abdominals, pulling your belly button in tight, and then lifting up through the muscles in your pelvic floor like you're trying to put a really tight pair of pants on. I mean, if we're wearing our athleisure gear, we do have a tight pair of pants on, right? So we're bracing. Let's add either an overhead press or a front raise, whatever's best for your body, or you can mix it up. An overhead press and then a front raise. Oh, it feels good to be moving our body and enjoying some exercise. Let's mix this up. Bent over row, hinge, squeeze and pull in, then stand tall. Hinge, squeeze, elbows toward our ribs, squeezing our shoulder blades together, pulling the weight in toward our ribs. Stand tall and repeat. Keep rolling with that, friends. Yes. Now we're gonna add on to this a little bit. Stay for 3 to 5 rows. Squeezing, standing tall, and then repeating. 3 to 5 rows. Stand tall and repeat. Find a breathing pattern that serves you well. And let's transition. We're gonna end our warm-up like we always do. Some push-ups and some plank holds. We're gonna be doing 2 sets of 6 push-ups and then a plank hold in the front and on each side. You can do your push-ups on your knees, on your toes, whatever your preference. When you're ready, take 6 push-ups. And then take a breather. So you can press back into maybe child's pose, whatever resting position is best for you. And then come back for your second set of 6. Now really focus on leading down with your chest and squeezing your shoulder blades on the way down, and then on the way up, squeeze through your chest and your shoulders. Yes. Then back into your resting position. Coming into our plank hold sequence. 30 seconds in the front, 30 seconds on each side. You can be on your elbows, your hands, your knees, your toes. Always lots of options. And when you're ready, come on up, friends. That's what it was. Sneaky little rock. I knew something wasn't right. I was feeling something funny when I would come down onto the mat, and it was a rock that snuck underneath there. 10 seconds left on our front plank. Get ready to switch to a side in 3, 2, make the transition. Again, you can be on hand, on elbow, on inside knee. You can stack your feet. You can stagger your feet. Whatever suits your fancy, friends. Lift your bottom hip up as high as you can in the plank hold, whether you're on your knee or your toes. We only have 10 seconds left on this side. Breathing and switch sides. All right, so you're checking in with your body. You're asking yourself the question of, what do I need to do today to challenge my body where it's at? What kind of weight do I need to use? What kind of speed should I move at? What range of motion should I take? Like, how deep and full into the movement should I go? You can always try it out on the first round and then make adjustments on the second round. We always have options to change things up. And come on down. Grab a quick drink of water. We'll set up for our first 3 exercises. Sumo squat to partial burpee, bent over row into a curl press, and then for core we have bear into bird dog. Cheers. Bear into bird dog, which I've affectionately started calling bear dog, and you'll see why. Okay, we got everything ready, friends? Sumo squat into the partial burpee starts in 3, 2, begin. We take our sumo squat and then we press back into our partial burpee. Remember, you can step back or you can hop back. That's up to you. Wow, at the top, you are squeezing glutes. We are lifting our chest nice and tall. Keep rolling with that, friends. Keep strong, keep moving. Yes. 30 seconds to go. Chest lifted, back is long. Driving through our heels to the top. Yes. Every repetition counts. Going for high quality movements with each rep. Only 5 seconds left. Transition. Bent over row, curl to press. So pick whatever weight is right for you. We hinge, take a bent over row, take a curl and either overhead press or front raise, just like we warmed up with. Whatever's best for you. And while I'm thinking of it, a quick note on that sumo squat to partial burpee. I don't know if I said it out loud or not, but instead of a kettlebell, of course, you could use one or both dumbbells for the sumo squat, yes? Okay, you probably knew that already. Just wanted to make sure I said it. Taking the front raise or the overhead press, whatever serves you and your body best today. Three, 2, transition. Bear to bird dog. Set it up. We're on our hands and knees. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We squeeze up into bear. our knees down, and then we extend into bird dog. One side, then the other. And we keep there, hold for a breath or two, then down, bird dog. All right. I think my microphone may have dropped out a little bit on us, friends. So if you missed that, we're in bear pose. We squeeze up in bear for a few breaths. Then we come down, bird dog one side, then the other. You keep going on that. Yeah, okay. Bear into bird dog. And let's transition back into our sumo squat partial burpee. Take it when you're ready. Sumo squat, then back into our partial burpee. You can go down as far as you feel comfortable in the sumo squat, all the way down to touch the ground if you want, with your kettlebell or your dumbbell, or dumbbells, plural, if you're holding two. And then you can hop back, or you can step back. Remember, if you're feeling really good, then you can take the hop at the top. Totally optional. 20 seconds left in this movement. Yes. 10. And transition. We have the bent over row into curl press. Here we go. Bent over row, curl to press. Remember, if overhead press isn't your jam, take a front raise. 45 seconds to go. Option on this one. Triple it up. So triple bent over row into a triple curl, into a triple overhead or front raise. Totally up to you. 20 seconds left. Breathe and keep moving. Three seconds left. Then we transition bear to bird dog, which I said I've affectionately started calling bear dog. When you're ready, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Exhale, squeeze into bear. A couple of deep breaths here. Then knees rest down. Bird dog. Shoulder height, hip height. One side, then the other. Square shoulders and hips to the ground the whole time. Keep breathing into it. Keep moving at your own pace. Take the time to square your hips and your shoulders to the ground each time. We have 10 seconds left. All right, it's time for our first interval. I'm going to show you what's coming and then we're going to do it together. 30 seconds of scissor jacks. Crossing our feet, arms come with us. If you want to do a regular jumping jack, totally cool. You can also do the low impact version of a jumping jack or even a step touch. Lots of options there. Then we have a shuffle into a hop, hop optional. Shuffle, hop, hop. 30 seconds of each of those movements. We're going through it twice. 1 minute, 10-second breather, 1 minute. Get ready? 3, 2, let's go. You move at your own pace, choosing the option that's right for you. We're trying to get our heart rate up. This is where we get our cardio in during strength intervals. 10 seconds. Shuffle hop. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Optional hop. "20 seconds to go. Yee-hee, 10. Come on. I just knocked my own hat off. That's a good sign. Things are getting intense. 10 seconds, transition. I'll recover my hat. 3, 2, scissor jacks. Round 2 is tough. Heart rate is up. Tough to keep the intensity up. We got this, let's go. "10 seconds, then we transition into the shuffle hop. Transition, shuffle, hop. Move at your own pace. Keep going with what you can do. "10. Breather. High fives. Woo. Yes. A little breather. Catch your breath. Then we go back for more. 3 new exercises. Lower body, upper body, core. I'll show you the exercises, then we'll do them together. Lower body exercise. Lunge into a row, curl, press, or lunge, row, curl. If you're not going overhead for any reason, totally cool. 30 seconds on one side, 30 on the other. Then options here. Overhead, tricep extension into a kickback. You can do singles or both weights. Overhead tricep extension into kickback here. If you're not going overhead, just stay for the kickbacks. Then take little breaks, standing tall, and come back. Third exercise, clam. We're gonna do it a little different this time. Bottom leg is down, foot of our top leg is up. We're lifting and extending, mostly pressing through our bottom leg, but just using that top leg as a little bit of support. For round 2, I'm gonna show you an option to mix that up. All right, now we know what's coming. 10 seconds we start. Side lunge to a row. You ready? I knocked my own hat off, that's good. And let's do it. Decide which way you're gonna lunge first. I'm gonna go to the right. 5, 4, let's roll. Lunge, curl, press. The lower you go, the deeper you step, or the wider you step, I should say, the deeper you go, the more challenging this movement. The faster you go, the more challenging this movement. So you choose, again, what's right to challenge you today, right here in this exercise. 3, 2, switch to the other side. So now we're lunging the other way. Same rules apply. The wider we step, the deeper we go, the more intense, the more difficult the movement. Driving through our heels to step to the top, our heel to step to the top. Transition. We have the overhead tricep extension into the kickback. Choose if you're going to use one or both weights and go. You'll notice that I'm taking a staggered stance when I go overhead. That just prevents me from overusing my lower back or arching too much through my lower back. You can always choose that option. Just throw one leg back like a kickstand as you go into the overhead extension. 30 seconds in, 30 to go. Keep going. Keep going, friends. Yes. Keep it going. 10 seconds to go. And transition into the clam. Use of the weight is optional. Bottom leg is bent, heel in line with our bottom, knee forward. We press up. Option is to reach the weight overhead. There it is. Reaching, then coming down. Trying to drive our bottom hip up as high as we can drive it. Switch it over, other side. Same thing on the opposite side. Heel in line with our bottom, hand by our hip, driving up. Make adjustments as you need to as we go. I'll give you an option for round 2 that makes the movement a little more challenging, so you can take the option if you want it. Transition back to side lunge with the row. How are you doing? Have you picked weights that challenge you? Let's go. Are you moving at a pace that's challenging but doable? It's out of your comfort zone, but you can do it. Find the breathing pattern that works for you. Less than 10 seconds to go on this side. 3. Transition over to the other side. Same thing. Lunge, press through the heel, chest and back are long, up to the top. 15 seconds left on this side. Transition, yippee, overhead extension into a kickback. Back is long, chest is tall, let's go. Long back, chest and back are parallel to the ground on our kickback. Wrists are under elbows as we kick back. Control. Keep it rocking, friends. Move at a pace that's challenging but doable. What makes it doable is usually our breathing. So find breathing that allows you to move at that pace that's challenging but doable. Yeah? 15 seconds to go. Let's do it. like we mean it. Yeah, triceps, there you are. 3, 2, and transition into clam. Here's your option. Now, the bottom leg comes through and forward. Top leg, foot is on the ground, and we're lifting up this way. If that looks familiar, it's part of a Turkish get-up. So we're practicing for a little Turkish get-up. Trying to lift the bottom hip up as high as we can. This is just an option if you want it. Otherwise, you stick with the first way that we did this. 3. Switch sides. So just a reminder, the first way, bottom leg was bent. The advanced is to take the bottom leg through and press up. Trying to lift our hips up as high as we can. 10 seconds left. Then we have our interval. Yes, let's roll. Let me show you what we're doing, then we're gonna go together. Jabs into a speed bag. So to the right, we would go, well, it's gonna be a cross and a jab. Left, right, speed bag over to the left side. Right, left, speed bag over. All right, I seem to be losing my microphone throughout, so I really hope that you can come with me. So we would go left, right, speed bag, yeah? Right, left. My inside hip is rotating when I come through for the cross, and then we speed bag over. We're ready, yeah? All right, let's roll, and begin. To the right, left, right, speed bag over. Move at your own pace. Yes, cross jab, speed bag. Cross jab, speed bag. Less than 30 seconds. Could you go a little faster? Only you know that. Seconds, come on. Recover 10 seconds, then we do it again. Are you ready for more? This time, let's start the other direction. Let's go. Moving at your own pace. Something that challenges you. Stay in that little mini squat. Less than 30 seconds. Come on. Big finish. 3, 2, 1. Recover. Yes, high fives. Catch a little breather. Catch a little recovery. We have 3 exercises left. Lower body, upper body, core. Then we cool it down. Cheers. I forgot to tell you, on the speed bag, I like to turn my head to the side because too many times I've made the mistake and taken my schnoz off or knocked my hat off like I did before. So hopefully we didn't have any nose or hat issues or injuries in that one. I'll make sure I tell you next time. All right, low lunge. The variation I showed you previously. We take our low lunge, either tap into a hip extension or low lunge. Find our balance, hover, extension, and repeat. Okay, 30 seconds on one side, 30 on the other. Let's begin right now, friends. Pick a side. Low lunge. Yeah, there she goes. Take your time. Because I'm noticing my balance isn't super top-notch today, I'm going to choose the toe tap and just really challenge my hip extension and my low lunge. Clearly, I'll be working on my balance as well, but I want to challenge the lunge and the extension, so I'm going to focus on that by doing the toe tap. Switch sides, same thing, opposite direction. In the hip extension, really focus on squeezing through your glute to lift your leg back. Next exercise, T-stand extension. Come down to the mat with me, make the transition. Weight is optional. T-stand, you can be in a side lunge position. You can have your inside knee down if you want. We're reaching up, tapping down, reaching up, tapping down. Option, take a weight with you. Squeeze shoulder blades together at the top. Switch sides. Same movement, now on the opposite side. So whatever option you chose, on side one, replicate here on side two. Transition, we're staying on the mat, hip bridge into a crunch. Heels come in just close enough that we can touch them with our fingers. Take a hip bridge, repeat that 2 more times for a total of 3. Then hips come down, knees come over hips, and we're gonna take oblique crunches. Opposite shoulder to opposite knee. Take 3 or 4 to each side. And then repeat. 3 hip bridges. Well, let's keep it consistent. 3 or 4 hip bridges, and then 3 or 4 oblique crunches to each side. Almost there. Yes, transition. And we get to listen to some hot stuff as we do our low lunges. Round 2, second and final time through these movements. Let's go. Low lunge, tap in, extension, tap in. Friends, I'm finding it a little bit comical, the status of my balance today. But now I'm remembering why it might be a little funny. My legs have really gotten a lot of work lately, so it's probably a little bit of fatigue mixed in, which is why I'm choosing the option of tapping my toe down in between my lunge and my hip extension. Switch sides. Yes. Squeeze, squeeze for that hip extension. 3, 2, make the transition here. T-stand extension. Choose your option, whatever challenges you where you're at today. And let's go. 30 seconds on one side, 30 on the other. Feel free to sing along if you know it. And I think you know it. Who doesn't know hot stuff? Switch sides. Hey, second and final time through these 3 movements. And then we cool down and stretch. I'm challenging myself by stacking my feet instead of staggering them, which requires much more focus, which I lost momentarily there. 3, 2, transition, hip bridge into our crunches. Take your heels close enough that you can just touch them, then lift into the hip bridge. Then we stack our knees over our hips and take our oblique crunch. Opposite shoulder toward opposite knee. Option. Take a weight on your hip bridge. You could hold and pass the weight from one side to the other. Then stack knees over hips and reach one side to the other. 20 seconds to go. Just options. Always choose what works best for you. And that is a transition. Let's stretch a little, and since we're here, we'll start down on the ground. And you know what? We're going to start on our back because we were just there. Let me switch the music for us, though, too. All right. Beautifully done, friends. On our back, cross one ankle over a knee, reach through, pull in for a figure 4 stretch. Just breathe here. Our heart rate is now recovered for the most part. Our breathing is recovered because we slowly brought the intensity down during those last few exercises. Switch over to the other side, ankle over knee, reach through, pull back, figure 4 stretch. Take a moment here to appreciate the work that you just did. That was a lot of work. 9 muscle conditioning movements 2 times through, 2 different cardio intervals twice through. We worked every single major muscle group in our body, lower body, upper body, core, and got some cardio in as well. Hug your knees into your chest, gently rock side to side. So that's a workout to feel good about, friends. Let's keep our right knee hugged in, extend our left leg out, and reach your left arm up overhead. And with our left arm, reach over to your right knee, gently draw it over. Option, take your right arm out long and turn to look down your right arm. And we'll hug our knee back into our chest, one side then the other. And as we stretch this other side, I'll just tell you a little bit of a story here. So let's keep left knee in and right leg extends out, right arm overhead. In the past, it might have really bothered me that my balance wasn't so great on the low lunge into the hip extension. And I probably would have gotten really bummed out about that and upset with myself. But something that I've gotten so much better at practicing is just self-awareness and self-compassion. Take your right hand to your left knee and draw it over now. Reach left arm out and look down left arm if you'd like. And in understanding myself and in practicing more self-awareness and self-compassion, I'm able to create an opportunity to understand, okay, so my balance isn't exactly where I want it right now. What's going on? Oh yeah, my lower body has gotten a lot of work lately. That's probably part of it, the fatigue. So I need to acknowledge that so that I can address it. And then I can address myself with some warmth, with some kindness, with some understanding and say, all right, girl, that's okay. You've been working really hard. Legs are a little tired, so let's get them a little bit of a break. And then we'll practice that move again and we'll nail it. So I just wanted to share that with you in case it can be helpful to you as you're navigating the world of fitness and movement and exercise, which can be really challenging sometimes. And it can be really frustrating if we're not moving the way that we would like to or accomplishing all the things that we would want. So I want to encourage you to practice self-awareness and self-compassion in that. Let's hug our knees in again, gently rocking side to side. And let's work our way into a seated position, whatever that looks like for you this morning. And this is where we will close with 2 deep breaths, reaching up and pulling down. One more just like that. Well, thank you, friends, for joining me. This was Strength Intervals. I'm Ayla Donlin. Great workout, great job. High fives. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.